here he is, this guy with a desk, a suit, and a teleprompter, doing his best to carry the weight of the world as he processes the unthinkable. Yep, Donald Trump elected as the 47th president. I mean, just imagine Jimmy Kimmel, a guy who made a name for himself doing prank skits and telling late night jokes that are not even funny. Standing there like a great moral compass for America, tears in his eyes, voice quivering. Jimmy transformed right before us from a comedian into a tortured prophet of the modern age. Because that's exactly what we need, another celebrity using their platform to tell us exactly how to think and feel. And let's be honest, guys, Kimmel's breakdown didn't just come out of nowhere. This guy has worn his Democratic affiliations on his sleeve for years, like some kind of badge of honor. He's no stranger to making it crystal clear where he stands on every issue from healthcare to gun control to climate change. He has woven his politics into his show so much that it's hard to tell if you're watching a comedy segment or a PSA. Kimmel is about advocacy. Well, so long as that advocacy lines up with one side of the political spectrum. So, of course, seeing Trump back in the White House would be nothing short of a national crisis for this guy. Here's a guy who's spent half a decade roasting Trump, shedding tears over healthcare legislations, and getting all misty eyed over every policy issue that doesn't sit well with Hollywood elite. Is anyone really surprised that he turned on the waterworks the minute the election results came in? And there's something almost poetic about Kimmel's emotional display, though. Here's a man whose very existence on TV was supposed to be about making people laugh. But somewhere along the way, he became the self appointed spokesperson for the resistance, quote unquote. The guy who used to do mean tweets and jokes about celebrities suddenly became the voice of the people, or at least of the people who agree with him. And it's hard not to wonder maybe Kimmel is just a little bit out of his depth here. Because let's face it, he is a freaking comedian. He didn't go to law school, he's not a policy expert. He got his big break doing comedy on the Man Show, a far cry from Capitol Hill. So, what exactly are we looking to Jimmy Kimmel, of all people, to help us navigate the political landscape? And it's not just Jimmy Kimmel, it's the whole Hollywood crowd. The actors, the actresses, the comedians who suddenly think that because they can deliver lines convincingly, they are now qualified to deliver political commentary. It's like they forgot that they are entertainers, not elected officials. Just because they have a platform doesn't mean they have the experience or the understanding to make informed political statements. They'll tell you how to vote, they'll tell you how to believe, and they'll do it with a sense of superiority, as if being a celebrity automatically makes them more enlightened than the rest of us. And then they are shocked when the public doesn't line up behind them. Look, we all get what they're passionate about, and maybe they think they're doing something noble. But the thing is, Kimmel and his Hollywood pals don't live in the real world just like most of us Americans do. They're not worried about paying the rent, covering healthcare costs, or choosing between filling gas tank or buying groceries. They live in gated communities. They're paid millions to play dress up on camera. They have a kind of privilege that insulates them from the impact of the very policies they promote. So when Kimmel cries over Trump's election, it's not hard to see it is a sort of luxury because he can afford to get emotional and we cannot. It's easy to take a stand when you are cushioned by wealth and influence. Kimmel's tearful reaction also raises a bigger question. Do we really want our comedians, the actors, the late night host wading into politics? They are performers, for crying out loud. But over the past few years, it seems like every celebrity has suddenly become a political expert, convinced that they know what's best for everyone else. They expect us to adopt them. It's like, here, America, let me tell you how to think. I'm on TV. I know what's best for you. They've turned their platforms into soap boxes, and instead of using their voices to lift us up, they are dividing us further. Maybe it's time for Kimmel and his Hollywood friends to take a step back and realize that their opinions, as passionate as they may be, are just opinions. That's it. They're not elected representatives. They're not policy analysts. They haven't spent years studying or working in the government. They are celebrities who've made a career out of being liked and staying relevant. Maybe they do well to remember that their success doesn't automatically make them political authorities. And really, if Jimmy Kimmel wants to be taken seriously as a political voice, then maybe he should consider getting off stage, getting out from behind a desk, and actually spending time with the people whose lives he's supposedly so concerned about. Because when you are only experiencing the world from the bubble of Hollywood, it's easy to lose sight of what real people actually go through. Perhaps Kimmel's tears and speeches would be better received if they came from a place of genuine connection rather than just another monologue in front of the camera. So, Jimmy, really, thanks for the passion. Thanks for the emotion. But maybe it's time to get back to the jokes and leave the policy discussions to those who've made it their life's work.